Hey everybody, welcome back to another Random Sam Epic Mom, and this is more of a reactionary than anything. So, my husband was showing me an article about this group of on TikTok. They're called DINKs, Double Income No Kids. And they're getting a lot of, negativity back because a lot of family values, right-wing people are just, they're not cool about that. And I guess I'm going to kind of date myself of how old I am, because I'm not quite 40 yet, but I'm almost there. And I want to put something out there. In my lifetime, I have seen a lot of different changes. I have seen a lot of different priorities come about. And I grew up in a farming community. So again, my values are a little bit different than like those who grew up in the city. But it comes down to this, guys. It is all about personal choice. Now, when I was a teen, gay marriages were just becoming legalized everywhere. I am of the firm belief that you get to love who you love. I personally think that marriage is becoming not as valued as much because we have so many divorces that happen. But again, personal beliefs, guys. My problem is with this. Everybody's given these guys who are dink couples or whatever a lot of crap because they say, oh, we're, child free, and oh, this is so much better because I have this and I have this. But one of the things that got brought up in this article was, when you get old, who's going to take care of you? And this is my outlook, because I am a mom of five different kids. My husband and I decided to have children young. We had all of our kids between 21 and 30. So by the time I'm 50, my kids are going to be moved out of the house, and I'm going to be able to do a lot of stuff. Now, this worked out for my husband and me because we're more homebodies. We were never really into the party scene. We weren't into going to the bars or clubs. That wasn't us. That just wasn't what we wanted. So we chose, guys, and again, this is a choice. We chose to have kids. And having that choice, we're raising them with our values. Now, there are some people out there who I think should not breed. I honestly, please don't. And if you're choosing not to have kids, hey, that's your decision. You talk about how you can go to vacations and you can do this and you can do that. Well, that's great. But when you get older, who's going to take care of you? When you come to retirement age and all these things that, oh, I get to do this now and I get to do that. Well, what if you don't save enough money? Or you have enough invested, but the stocks crash? There's a million and one things that can happen. If something happened in your old age, who's going to help you? Now, let's take a step back, because again, personal choice, guys. If you really want to think about what's going to happen when you're older, go talk to some people who are living in nursing homes and find out what they think, what their experience has been. But here's a little thing to kind of bring it back into focus of what's going on. All these people who are in their 20s to 40s, that range, who are saying, no, I'm not going to have kids, I don't want kids, kids are, I've heard people say that kids are the worst thing you could do for the planet. People, use your brain. So yes, some people should not have kids. But here's something to think about. I am raising the future. My daughters want to be in law enforcement. They want to be doctors. My son is happy with whatever path he's going to take. Another one of my kids wants to be a ninja. Another one wants to be a teacher. Again, wide range. But here's the point, guys. My kids are going to be the ones that are contributing to society. When you all get to retirement age, who's going to take over for you? Let's say that not even half, maybe a third of the world's population decides, I'm not going to have kids. No more kids. Or as some people have actually said, people shouldn't have more than 2 kids. Let's imagine that happens. Get a big decrease in population. Who's going to do these jobs? Who's going to be the electrician after the electrician retires? Who's going to fill all these positions that we are now filling ourselves? So yeah, it's great, all these people, oh, well, I'm not going to have. have kids and I'm free and I'm this. Again, that is your personal choice, guys. But just as when I was a teen, I didn't think people had a right to judge people for who they loved and who they wanted to marry, and I still don't. It comes down to personal choice. And I believe your choices is something you have to deal with. You have to be able to look yourself in the mirror every day. If you don't think you'll have any regrets about not having kids, hey, that's on you. If you decide to have kids, that's on you. But I do not believe, whether it is on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, any platform, or even in real life, you do not have the right to judge another person's choice. You have no right to badmouth the people who are having kids, just as the people who are having kids have no right to badmouth the people who have decided not to. This is a point that I wish I could get through to people. There are things in life that are none of our business. It is not our business who's going to, be married and who's going to stay single. It's not our business to decide who's going to have kids and who isn't. It is not our business to say who you can be in a relationship with. These are personal choices that you have to. If you are not breaking the law, it is nobody's business but your own, okay? So all I'm putting out there, guys, right now is if you don't want to have kids, I think you're missing out on something, but again, that's your choice. There are people out there who have kids when they're teenagers, and I think that sucks because it kind of changes their whole life. There are those like myself who have kids when they're in their 20s. There are people who have kids in their 30s. There are people who have kids in their 40s, and it's very stressful because by the time your kids are out of school, you're about to retire. But again, and then there are people who don't have any kids at all. Each person is an individual. I have identical twin boys, and they are completely different little people. It comes down to what your life is going to be like. And I love my kids. I think I've been blessed with so many great experiences, and I think it's cool that by the time I'm 50, my husband and me are going to have one-on-one time, and we're just going to be, visiting kids, enjoying, not that crazy. That's all I can say. But if you don't agree with somebody, I think it is very important that as people, we can discuss things and we can acknowledge that, again, somebody's choices are going to be different than our own. Somebody's values are going to be different than our own. We do not have the right to belittle people, though. Because when we belittle them or tell them that they're wrong because they don't agree with us, we become the problem. So I want you guys to take some time to think about it. Think about some things that throughout your life you have fought with others about because they didn't agree with you. And remember, you have to live your life. You have to be okay with your choices. If you decide to be a parent, great. There's a lot of blessings, but there's going to be a lot of struggles. If you decide not to be a parent, that is your choice also. I don't know all the pluses and minuses because, again, I'm a parent. But again, guys, these are decisions that you have to make and you have to live with. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there who use every type of platform to run their mouths off, kind of like what I'm doing right now on YouTube. But it comes down to you have to be able to back up your beliefs. And I would just like to ask, if you are not willing to tell somebody this to their face, please don't put it online. Because that puts it out there for everybody to see, and you're not taking other people's opinions or feelings into account. Sorry, this is kind of a ramble. I hope you guys get some food for thought for this. And remember, personal choice, guys. I'm Random Sam Epic Mom. I'm a mom. That was my choice. Please remember that everybody out there, no matter your age, your sex, your, preferences, we are all individuals, but we are all people. So try to be kind, and remember, Every day needs to be some fun. You need to make it count. And I hope you guys just have a really great day. Talk to you guys soon.